Hey Larry, it's time for your presentation.
Awesome. Let's go, Joe. Let's teach some folks about taxes and saving some money. Hi. We are here to discuss something pretty simple, you'd think. But the reality is it becomes difficult because there's lots of different ways people think that a CPA does things. So, a few ways to use a CPA effectively. Number one, we aren't really babysitters. So what that means is your tax returns, your 1040 is due 4/15, like always. Your tax payments are all due 4/15. All your money is due 4/15. That doesn't change. The fact that a lot of people like to extend out to 10/15 doesn't change the fact that this is when it's due. Okay? So we get a lot of people that, I didn't know it was due and blah, blah, blah. The dates are very simple. Your individuals are due 4/15. Your S Corp and partnership are due 3/15. And if extended, these get extended to 9/15. And your personal gets extended. But it's really due right here and right here. Okay? The fact that people take advantage of this 6 months is their choice. Okay. So they don't necessarily have to. And here's why. Number one, where do all the documents that create these come from? They come from a client. We can't go to their house and go in their mail and get documents. Right? We can't do that. Sometimes I'd like to do that. It'd be easier just to go to their mailbox and get their stuff. So anyway, they get all the documents. They get most of the documents between the end of February and the middle of March for the most part. Yes, there's going to be lagging K1s for some businesses. Sure. There's going to be lagging K1s that are sitting inside the Charles Schwab or the TD Ameritrade. Sure. These things very well may have K1s that sit in here, and they may lag a little bit in some of these. But most of these reports are almost all done by the middle of March. So the fact is, the 1098s, the 1099s, all these basic documents are all mostly issued somewhere in between late January, between February and March. People get it. So next thing is, so the client gets all these documents. Number three is don't wait. I have clients all the time that say, well, I waited until October 14th because I was waiting for the last document, and I actually got it on like September 14th, but then I just forgot. Okay, you can't come into my office on October 14th. Things are going to be very difficult. So don't wait. There's no reason to wait. There's no real reason to wait. Even if you have the bulk of the documents here, you're better off organizing them and sending them in, on 4/10 and letting us estimate what your and then finish it. And even if you don't want to file it until 10/15 because you're like some doctors who believe that if they file on the last day they won't get audited, who knows? But I've heard that, and they like to wait. But we still have the return basically completed here in this time frame. Even if we don't file until 6 months later, they've paid all their taxes and they've dealt with all of the tax-related items. So if you want to use a CPA for your taxes, the easiest thing is to do, and the best thing to do is don't wait. Don't sit at home and think, I've got one more document, it'll make his life easier if I just wait for this lot. No. I had clients that literally walked in the last week, stacks of documents, and they still missed a document. They don't know if they're missing anything. That's the problem with the layman. The layman doesn't even know necessarily with all of their documents. Hundreds of pages now. They don't always know if it's all there. They need a professional like us to be able to assess that says, this one's missing and this one's missing. Now, this one may be dead. oh, that was an okay one that I got out of, I'm not involved with. Okay, great, but you didn't tell me about it. I don't have a file or anything, so it's just something that may happen. So anyway, 2 seconds on this. So what we want to do is encourage people to turn their stuff in early and turn it in as much as they can. The last thing is, when they do turn it in, is how. We don't really care. If it's paper and you drop it off, that's fine. If it's electronic, then that is fine. Send it to tax at cpatexas.net. Okay? Yeah, however, so we'll get it started. We gotta go through, it goes through multiple processes. It does not go to the CPA directly. The CPA doesn't open the mail. There's a whole process to get down to, it gets drafted and then goes for someone to review it and look at it. But anyway, this gives you a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes of just what we can do about how to use a CPA effectively and how to get your return out. And the key of this whole thing is, don't wait. We would much rather get, if there's 197 documents, we would rather get 184 on 4/15 and the other 13 later when they come in, because to do the last 13 pages might be 30 or 40 seconds, or 2 minutes, whereas doing the first 184 pages might take us 3 or 4 hours. I'd rather do that not October 15th. I don't want to wait till October the 15th to do all this work that is available. And a lot of people, what happened is they come at the last minute, their bill is higher, they're frustrated. I'm like, I could have done all this work at a lower rate 3 or 4 months ago. Just because you don't want to file till 10/15 doesn't mean we can't get the information together. People are confused with that. Okay. If there's any questions, please feel free to email or ask questions at tax@cpatexas.net, and we will try to get back and answer. Thank you very much. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share it. To reach us for more information, please call 972-716-9919, or you can email us at tax@cpatexas.net. Thanks.